Goddamn, this movie really brought in a whole hell of a lot of stars. Like, seriously, so many stars. You got the main cast in Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, but then also Chris Rock, Taylor Swift out of completely nowhere, Michael Shannon, Mike Myers, Zoe Saldana, Rami Malek, Anya Taylor-Joy, Robert De Niro. There are so many people in this movie. Now, do they take full advantage of the talent in Amsterdam? Yes and no. Like, everybody in it is fantastic in their roles. They're extremely well acted, especially Christian Bale. Like, he absolutely knocked it out of the park, I think. But then you have Zoe Saldana, who, like, she's great in her role, but she's kind of relegated to being a love interest. And it's like, I feel like they could have done a whole lot more with her. So the trailer for Amsterdam doesn't really explain what's going on. Not really. Like, not unless you read the synopsis, the premise on Wikipedia, you don't really get an idea of what this movie is about. And not really until the end of the movie do you really know what this movie is about. You know, the big plot device is that, people are dead. I won't say who is dead, but I'll be completely honest in saying, and this might be a spoiler, so fast forward like a couple of seconds or something, but the fate of Taylor Swift's character, it was very, very strangely satisfying. But anyway, we don't really find out until probably the last half hour or so of the movie of what it's about. And it's not entirely surprising. Like, I feel like it's supposed to be like this big shocker, but it's not. Especially when Robert De Niro's character is based off of a real life person, and one of the speeches he gives is literally a word for word speech from back in the 1930s, 40s, but the script itself, the movie itself, is based a little bit on truth. The movie as a whole is obviously a fabrication, but, it's just this teeny tiny bit of truth in there to kind of make it seem historically relevant. Now, like I said, everybody in this movie, in their roles, however short, however wasted, they are great in it. For me, Christian Bale overall steals the show. The man is just a phenomenal actor. Margot Robbie, John David Washington, they're both amazing. Taylor Swift, she's just kind of there, but I guess she's good. Michael Shannon and Mike Myers, they're together in this, not together, but like they're together on screen. Every time they're on screen. And they're great together. I'd love to see them more in movies together. I feel like I'm saying together a lot. Like I said a little earlier, Zoe Saldana, she's fantastic, but again, I think she's a little bit wasted, just being relegated to the love interest. Rami Malek, Anya Taylor-Joy, they're together, they're a married couple in this movie, and the big revelation of who they are, who they represent, not a big surprise at all, but again, they're great in their roles. Chris Rock also, overall kind of a small part, but he's good in it, but I feel like he also is maybe a little bit wasted. And then there's Robert De Niro, who he doesn't really show up until close to the end of the movie, but god damn it, the man still commands attention every time he's on screen. This movie has a lot of plot threads, Like, there's so much going on. And it can be a little confusing at times. I feel like the movie as a whole is overall well done. I've already gushed about the acting. The acting's fantastic, but the cinematography is fantastic. The directing is great from David O. Russell. I just like the story itself. I feel that it is well written, but it takes too long to get from point A to point B. The movie is a little over 2 hours long, and it can sometimes feel like it's 2 hours long. And that's because it is a little slow at times, and while entertaining, has a few bits of humor here and there, and Christian Bale will keep you interested overall. But the movie as a whole is kind of slow, And I hate to say it because everybody in it is great, but it can be boring at times. At the end of the day, Amsterdam is extremely, extremely well acted, and it is a well-made movie, but because it feels so slow at times and it takes so long to get to its point, I think it hinders the movie. I'm going to give Amsterdam, I'm going to give it a C+.
Did you enjoy the review? Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get notified when more reviews go live. Feel free to leave a comment to discuss your thoughts on the movie or show, and I will see you next time.